All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Practice is winding down for the XCAL Street Stock. It is $5 Tuesday coming to you tonight from Rockingham as we see some cars already having some excitement out there on track. We've got a lot to unpack here tonight and a very short time to do it. Just 9.5 minutes left until we go green flag racing from the Rock. Make sure while you have a few minutes, while you're listening, run to the snack bar, get yourself something to eat, get something to drink. While you're there, hit like, hit share. Make sure you're following us so you don't miss out on anything. All right, we have a couple of drivers lining up for interviews, and we're going to start with the man who makes his triumphant return to XCAL tonight, Octavio Rondoletto. Hey, Octavio, this is Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, man. First off, welcome back. It is great to see you back in the field tonight.
Thank you, Doug. I'm really excited of the race. I really want to see what is happening now in the XCAL.
I know last season you had several times where you should have won and bad luck or just crazy incidents happened late in the race and kept you from multiple wins really last season. How are you feeling about your chances here tonight? Can you get it to victory lane again?
Oh, I think we have the opportunity because I love Rockingham. This is one of my favorite tracks this season. And I started in the back of the field, but I think I can.
I have no doubt you can make your way to the front here tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back out on track. Hopefully you get up to victory lane tonight, man. Good luck out there. Any teammates or sponsors you want to talk about real quick before we let you go?
Thank you, Doug. To the car owner, Derek Colson and Matthew Berg, who offered at the first time, and Junco Racing Sport, they are watching me during the race.
All right, man. Good luck tonight, buddy. Great to see you back.
Thank you.
All right, Octavio Rondoletto, you saw him there. He'll be piloting the 5 car here tonight at the Rock. And next up, we have car owner Don Jordan. He is the car owner for Rodney German. Let's see if we can get a quick word with him. Hey, Don, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
10-4, Doug.
Hey, buddy. Okay, so you are the car owner for Rodney German. How is Rodney looking out there this week? I know I've heard a couple of drivers say it's been a little tricky during the heat races.
No, he didn't make it. I think you're thinking about Jonathan Bergeron.
Oh.
He got booted yesterday. He was on the cut line.
I got you. Sorry, I'm looking at 3 pages of notes right now.
So, yeah, it's understandable. Y'all run a tight ship here and a lot to deal with.
That is true. How are you guys feeling about your team for this season? I know one of the teams that we haven't talked about a whole lot this season. Can we expect to be talking about you more as the season goes on?
Well, I sure hope so. This is our first season over here at XCAL, and we're going to give it our best shot to make ourselves well known.
You have any teams? There's been a lot of alliances coming into this season. You have an alliance with any of the other teams out here getting any advice or setups?
No, I wouldn't give away any information like that and give away my secrets.
Well, I definitely wouldn't either. Good luck out there tonight. Hopefully we have both your cars back in the field next week, but it does look to be an exciting race for you guys tonight.
Thank you very much, Doug.
All right, Don Jordan's team struggled a little bit here in the early season, but they are one of the ones to watch as the season goes on. Tonight is also worth noting, in the midst of interviews, Luke Turpin makes his 50th start in XCAL. That puts him in the lead. Most XCAL starts. Derek Colson not in the race tonight, so he is at 49 with Luke Superman Turpin starting his 50th race here tonight. Also, all of the off-constantly drivers have one strike coming into tonight's race. That will include Luke Turpin due to team owner strikes during the last race. So things could get exciting as these guys try and fight their way back toward the front here tonight. Brandon Varney was scheduled to start the race on the pole. However, he has a strike against him. Will go to have an EOL to start the race due to an incident that happened just a little bit ago at the during the post race of the mini stock race. So Brandon Varney will go to the back. That will put Kendrick Cryer on the pole here tonight. Looking to see if we can get a word with Kendrick really quick. I actually do not see Kendrick Cryer currently available, so we won't be able to talk to him. However, we do have Josh Doobie available, and I'm going to see if I can get a word with him. Hey, Josh, this is Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, how are you feeling coming into Rockingham tonight?
Honestly, I'm just hoping me and our cars survive. Me, Tyler Batchelor, and Kenny Trett, Jonathan Emerson didn't make it in. But we are struggling this week, to be honest with you.
Well, I know, you, as you said, a couple of your drivers didn't make it in. Does that give you guys, I know some of the teams, if the driver doesn't make it, they'll be your spotter for the night. So are you going to have an extra spotter out there tonight to help you work your way to the front?
Oh, no, he ditched us. He made other plans.
Yeah, gotta love the team spirit there. Now, I have to ask you, say you're struggling, do you have a strategy plan? Because Rockingham often comes down to tire and fuel strategy. Are you going to be able to make up any ground in the strategy department here tonight?
I think my main goal, honestly, is just stay out of trouble. It seems like I'm struggling with fuel, too, by at least 2 laps from some of these guys.
That could get a bit interesting unless you get some cautions going your way, but hopefully you'll be able to get up there and do something with them toward the end of the race with some mid-race adjustments.
Oh, thanks, Doug. We're going to give our best and have some fun.
All right, buddy. Good luck tonight, bud.
Thank you.
All right, just about a minute left in warm-up, and then these guys are going racing. Remember, they have done multiple heats here all week long, so they have plenty of practice, a lot of extra laps out there, and all drivers are ready to go. A lot of cars out here are extremely fast, but as we mentioned a moment ago, strategy is going to play a huge, huge key here at this track. Extremely abrasive, very hard on the tires. Fuel mileage came into play last spring as well. Tire wear, tire strategy, pit strategy, it is all going to come into play here tonight. Oh, good evening, Russell, and hope you're feeling better, buddy. And I'm looking forward to the surprise, but you better not be in a Ford. Practice comes to a close. We're about to go green flag racing from the Rock. All right, the drivers start to line up. Here is how they will start. Kendrick Cryer and Matthew Brinson will have the front row. Greg Holes and Superman Luke Turpin on the second row. Mason Foster, Matt the Mad Bear on the third row. Alex Grates and Tim Marlowe on the fourth row. Blaine Aiken and Stephen Rex round out the top 10. Kyle Martin, Joseph Costello, 11th and 12th. 13th is Zach Edwards, Alex Crapser in 14th. Daniel Miller in 15th, John Friley 16th, Austin Edwards, Edmund Jones 17th and 18th, 19th is Matt Pelletier and Harold Rothery in 20th. 21st is Ryan Seams, Blake Wynn in 22nd, Kyle Bartles 23rd, Tony Pizarro in 24th. Jonathan Schwartz is 25th, Pat Sullivan 26th, Don Jordan 27th, Tyler Gilbert 28th, Robert Colgan 29th, Joe Campbell in 30th, Jeremy Leto, Albie Hewins, Richard Holiday, Josh Doobie, Jeff Edgar, Colt Patrick, Kenny Tripp, Tyler Batchelder, Jose Godino, Brandon Varney, Octavio Rondoletto, Aiden McConaughey, Jonathan Bergeron, PDJ Zeller, and Jonathan Bronson round out the field here at the Rock. As they come around for their pace laps, Kendrick Cryer is leading them around. $270 laps here tonight. Tires, fuel, and durability are going to be the keys here tonight. Remember, in XCAL, there are no such things as fast repair. This is as close to real-life racing as it gets on iRacing. There you see one of our overhead shots as they come down toward the start-finish line. The pace car will drop off out of turn number 4. Pace car is in. Kendrick Cryer's going to lead him down. He waits for the green. Green flag is in the air. Everybody fires. They are down and away. Everybody coming up to speed as quickly as possible here. Kendrick Cryer up front with Matthew Brinson falling into second. Looks like Greg Holes, who is driving an unsponsored car, currently running in third. And Brinson already looking for the lead on lap 1. Brinson down to the apron. He wants the points for leading. He doesn't pull it off that time by, though. Now he's got the lead back behind. Oh, there. A little bit of chaos back behind. As we look through the field, as we're trying to sort out a quick technical glitch here, Matthew Brinson has taken the lead. Greg Holes now battling for second. Kendrick Cryer up on the high line in third. Turpin now up to fourth. Alex Grates in fifth. A lot of the Edwards High Performance and the Jones BS Racing team, they were here last night in the mods. Will that pay off for any of them here tonight? It remains to be seen. Blaine Aiken back in 6th. Mason Foster is 7th. Matt Bear currently running in 8th. Kyle Martin in 9th. And Tim Marlowe in 10th. Tyler Gilbert, a driver on the move, started in 28th. He is already up to 17th. And it looks like that car tonight is powered by ramen noodles. Notice that in pre-race. Got a good chuckle out of that one. Brinson out front, though. Fastest lap last time was by Matt Bear as he works his way back toward the front. Austin Edwards back in 13th. Austin won at Martinsville 2 weeks ago. Looking for his second win of the season. Austin Edwards had set the XCAL record last season with the most wins. He is looking to break his own record this season as he looks under new teammate Joseph Costello. Joseph coming in as a last-minute replacement driver this week for one of the Jones cars. Zach Edwards back in 14th place. Stephen Rex in 15th. Tyler Gelbert now up to 16th. Ryan Seams 17th. Daniel Miller 18th. But Blake Wynn makes a move down to the bottom. He's going to take 18th, and Kyle Bartles in 20th. Matthew Brenson was pulling away briefly, but now Greg Holes has started closing that gap. They have both pulled away from Superman Luke Turpin, though. Remember, Luke comes into the night with one strike already because of incidents at Martinsville. Alex Grates in 4th. 5th place is Blaine Aiken. Oh, we've got a car hard into the wall. No caution yet. That is Matthew Brinson. Greg Holes ends up having to dive to pit road. Brinson is still going, but the right side of the car is totaled. He will eventually have to go to pit road. There goes Holes down to the bottom. Brinson, a hard smack into the wall. Let's see if we can get a look at what happened to Brinson here. As he continues to fall in the standings. Did not get a good shot of what happened, but Brinson obviously was up front leading early. Now on pit road for repairs, Alex Grates and Blaine Aiken now are the two leaders. Luke Turpin in 3rd, Mason Foster in 4th. Matt Bear has made his way up into 5th. And that one incident really shook up a couple of the top cars who were extremely fast here early. Matt Pelletier is currently making his way up in the 27 car, started in 19th, has made his way up into 8th, but has Kyle Martin and Austin Edwards, the teammates, right in front and behind him. Greg Holes now back into 10th as his car has no sponsorship. If you're interested in sponsoring that car, you can go to xcalracing.com and find out how. Tim Marlowe in 11th, Zach Edwards 12th, Tyler Gelbert now up into 13th after starting 28th. No surprise that the weapon is making his way forward. Blake Wynn in 14th. Joseph Costello has drifted back to 15th now. Ryan Seams 16th, Kyle Bartles 17th, Stephen Rex, Daniel Miller, and Edmund Jones rounding out the top 20. Richard Holiday is another car making his way forward, started in 33rd, but look who's right behind Richard Holiday. Octavio Rondoletto, who has started back in 41st, is already up to 24th. He is marching his way forward, and remember, we saw it multiple times last season where everybody else plays checkers with their strategy. Rondoletto is playing 3D chess and winning. And he is always fast, always a tough competitor. And you heard him in pre-race say he loves the rock and expect to see him in the top 10 before too much longer. Alex Grates and the two EHP teammates up front. Alex Grates and Blaine Aiken. Luke Turpin in 3rd. Mason Foster back in 4th, and I do believe that is a new Flaming Karma paint scheme for tonight. Flaming Karma supplying all the paint schemes for the JNS Racing team. And I do know Gerald Thanos Pool put out a bunch of new paints this week for the street stocks. Expect to see over the coming weeks some really awesome paint schemes. Trying to see, he actually got some of these to look manufacturer specific, as you see the Camaro on the front of that car. Terry Pierce cheering on Joe Campbell. Jason, I will have to ask league owner Aaron Hillebush if that is the case, buddy. And Jimmy Fitzmaurice, obviously out here cheering on Team JBSRL. JBSRL actually, with the Edwards High Performance team, has a lot of cars in the top 10. They've got Alex Greats, Blaine Aiken. Looking back through here, Kendrick Cryer now, Kyle Martin, Austin Edwards. Over half the top 10 is either a JBSRL car or a Edwards High Performance. Those two teams obviously have an alliance this season, but they might want to watch out for that 27 car. Matt Pelletier started in 19th, has already made his way to 9th, continues his march forward, and he's making a move on Austin Edwards on the high side. Austin Edwards, the winningest, has the most wins in any single season of XCAL. And when you're passing that car on the high side, if you even have the momentum to get as far up as he did, you're doing something right. Tim Marlowe back in 10th in the old school Valvoline car, excuse me. Zach Edwards in the JNS Racing, number 6, now up into 11th. Holes in 12th. And Tyler Gelbert's going to take 12th on the high side out of 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Question is, can the weapon hold on to it up top? After starting in 28th, already up to 12th, I'm betting he can. I bet we see that car in the top 10 before too much longer. Also, the triumphant return of Octavio Rondoletto. 22 laps in, he's picked up 23 positions so far. He is marching his way to the front. Right in front of him, it's getting a little sketchy. Harold Rothery has gone to pit road. It looks like Harold did not go to pit road. Looks like he might have had he got a little sideways down there. As several cars get checked up, they end up 4 wide on the front straightaway. Great save by Rothery, though. Our replays tonight brought to us by Flaming Karma Paints. Go check them out. Talk to Gerald Thanos Pool. Tell him I sent you and tell him not to snap me out of existence. And a little bump drafting out of the EHP JBSRL teammates. Alex Greats currently in 2nd. Luke Turpin in 3rd. Mason Foster 4th. Matt Bear in 5th. Pole sitter Kendrick Cryer has drifted back into 6th. And remember, Kendrick was originally scheduled to start in 2nd place. However, Brandon Varney had to start from the back of the field, got an EOL after the mini stock race due to a post-race incident. Didn't get to see that post-race incident personally, but as you recall, after Michigan last year, Brandon Varney, and a post-race incident there, Brandon Varney had to go into XCAL rehab for his temper, go through anger management, and a whole lot more to be able to get back out on track. And don't forget, Brandon does say, XCAL is love, XCAL is life. That is his new mantra. Varney actually fighting his way back to the lead. He started in 40th. He is now up into 24th. Pat Sullivan right behind him as well. Newcomer Tony Pizarro currently in 26th. I'm going to guess he's a Boston Red Sox fan. I could be wrong, though. Joe Campbell in 27th, the leader of that JNS Alliance group. making his way forward as well. He is up 3 spots. And as we saw at the season opener in Charlotte, you do not count Joe Campbell out ever. Still go back at least once a week and watch. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can find a video there from that opener. It is the last 15-20 laps and how Joe Campbell held that car together like he did that last couple of laps was truly impressive. Sean Andrews can't be with the JNS team, but cheering them on. He is with them in spirit. Look for Sean to be back next week. And it looks like at the moment we've got about a 6-car breakaway up front, although Kyle Martin is starting to close in a little bit. Matt Pelletier, Austin Edwards, and Tyler Gelbert, the weapon, now into the top 10. You know what? He has made up so many spots so far. Let's take a lap with the weapon as he goes off into turn 1. And you hear the tires just begging for mercy. I don't think the weapon's going to give him any. He is still fighting on the high side, trying to take 10th from Tim Marlowe. Off into 3 and 4, both ends of this track completely different. 22 degrees of banking in 1 and 2, 22 and 3 and 4, 25 in 1 and 2. Both ends of the track have a different radius as well, so the approach to both ends of the track is completely different. And look who's behind Jailbert. Octavio Rondoletto started in 41st, he is up to 12th. Octavio was happy to be back, and obviously, he's still got it when it comes to these XCAL street stocks. Great to see Rondoletto back. A lot of guys really felt, Rondoletto gets up into the weapon. Just gets a little bit loose off turn 4. They get together. Both cars okay. Both drivers extremely talented and can hold it despite the incident. Great job by both of them. Rondoletto, heartbreaking race at South Boston last season. He had a massive, massive lead with about 25 laps to go, and all of a sudden his internet went out. Rondoletto had been dominant in several races last season. To have things go wrong at the last minute, it was a bit of a heartbreak. Great to see him back out on track and hoping he can make up for lost time. Tim Marlowe currently holding on to 10th. Austin Edwards up to 9th now. Rondoletto actually right now would get the points for the biggest mover. Wow, that got exciting. He would have the points for the biggest mover. He is up 30 spots. Richard Holiday, we haven't talked about Richard at all yet, but here he is in the 0-3 car. He started in 33rd. He is up to 17th. Another one coming toward the front. Jonathan Bronson started dead last on the field, and we've got a wreck in front. A car is around. That was Tim Marlowe. Everybody has to get evasive through there. Looks like everybody makes it through. No caution. Oh, Rondoletto had a run. It looks like Marlowe came up just a little bit. They met in the middle. No caution yet. We have been 37 laps without a caution despite a ton of excitement out there. And multiple close calls. Alex Great still up front. Blaine Aiken, excuse me. I'm just having trouble talking apparently. Blaine Aiken in second, Luke Turpin third, Mason Foster fourth, Matt Bear in fifth. Rondoletto has made his way up into ninth now. He was averaging 1 car a lap for the first 25 laps. He was passing. Now slowed down just a little bit. He's up 32 spots in 39 laps. I don't think that slowdown makes a whole lot of difference to him. And he's got the nose under Kyle Martin. Austin Edwards has drifted back into 10th. He's been as high as 5th so far tonight. We were talking about Richard Holiday and Jonathan Bronson. Both drivers have come from way in the back. Bronson started last and has fought his way all the way up to 16th. He is another driver on the move, up 29 spots. Richard Holiday up 18 spots. Brandon Varney, who due to an incident in the mini stock race just before this, had to start at the back of the field. He ended up starting in 40th. He is now up to 23rd. I am sure he is on a mission as well. He wants to get back up there to the spot he earned in the heat races. "42 laps into this thing. No cautions yet. No planned pit stops yet. Could start seeing some green flag stops around lap 70. Lap times, tires are really starting to fall off now. Alex Grates' fastest lap, his last lap was half a second slower than his fastest lap. That is pretty consistent across the board right now. 0.4 to half a second is the slowdown for these drivers up at the front, except for Rondoletto, who is still just sending it. Rondoletto is now up into 7th. Matt Pelletier has figured out I should follow him and has made his way now up to 8th. Austin Edwards to 9th. Side-by-side battle with Kyle Martin for 10th. The Weapon also on the move. He is now up into 12th after starting in 28th. Richard Holiday up to 15th, and Jonathan Bronson now up into 16th. These are two that we're going to have to watch closely as the race goes on. A lot of drivers set up for short runs expecting chaos. Here comes Superman. Superman down to the bottom for second. Almost gets into Blaine Aiken. And a little bit of excitement going on back here as Octavio gets to the back bumper of Mason Foster. Octavio now up to 5th. Foster currently running in 4th. They almost had an incident out of turn 4. Octavio has had the fastest line through 3 and 4 the entire race. That's where he has made most of his moves here today. Just noticed right before the race, Mason Foster posted a message in Discord. May the odds be ever in your favor. That could be ominous late in the race. Luke Turpin has made his way into the lead, and Superman actually starting to pull away just a little bit. He has gained half a second on Alex Grates, Blaine Aiken, and Rondoletto. Brandon Varney has hit pit road. Looks like green flag pit stops are underway. Here comes Blaine Aiken to pit road. We know Luke Turpin will go further than everybody. Alex Grates is on pit road. Luke Turpin way out front now, but Rondoletto has made his way into second. Matt Bear battling for second place. Is Rondoletto looking for pit road? He is. Now the Matt Bear is in second. Mason Foster back up in third. Kendrick Cryer in fourth. Austin Edwards now up to fifth as green flag stops are underway at lap 50. Luke Turpin might have the advantage here depending on how much he chooses to stretch that fuel mileage here in the early going. We've seen this race come down to a fuel mileage battle before. Matt Bear has come to pit road. Kyle Martin, Edmund Jones on pit road. No, I'm sorry. Matt Bear is still out. Matt Bear's coming to pit road. Mason Foster, all the JBSRL team cars in the top 10. Luke Turpin is still out. Turpin doing Turpin things here tonight. Looks like we talked to a couple of the J&S team earlier in the season, and their owners, Joe Campbell and Danielle, both of them said they really worked on fuel mileage in the offseason. Luke Turpin is on pit road. Alex Krapser and Joe Campbell come down on the same lap. They are getting the same fuel mileage as Luke Turpin. Turpin gives up the lead as all the drivers come to pit road. Actually, at the moment, Luke Turpin is holding on to it. A lot of drivers on pit road for the moment. Starting to see drivers come back out now. Kyle Martin, one of the first, back up off pit road. And half the field coming from behind. After they cycle through, we'll still have a bunch of cars on the lead lap as the leaders have not been in lap traffic yet. We saw Blaine Aiken give up second place to come to pit road. Same with Octavio Rondoletto. Rondoletto back out on track. Waiting for pit stops to completely cycle through, and we'll be able to tell you who will be in the lead. This could become a very interesting strategy race here. Luke Turpin went about 5 laps more than some drivers. Luke Turpin is off pit road coming up to speed. Second place Blaine Aiken is right there, as is third place Octavio Rondoletto. Can Turpin hold the lead here? Off turn 4, Blaine Aiken has the momentum, goes to the lead. Turpin still has to get back up to full speed here. Rondoletto now in third. Alex Grates in fourth. Matt Bear is fifth. Stephen Rex in sixth. Kyle Martin getting a little bit looser. Oh, Kyle struggling down the back straightaway. He was catching that car all the way down the back straightaway. Managing to hold on to it. Now Blaine Aiken out front. Luke Turpin in second place, Octavio in third. And we saw Octavio and Luke Turpin have multiple battles last season. Could this be the start of that again? Those two drivers going at it. Add in Austin Edwards to that mix. Those are 3 of the best XCAL drivers there are. Down the back straightaway, they go off into turn 1. The lead is a 5-car breakaway. Stephen Rex, 2.4 seconds back from that lead pack. Pelletier in 7th. Kendrick Cryer in 8th. Zach Edwards now in 9th. Mason Foster in 10th. Tyler Gilbert has maintained up there close. He is in 11th. Kyle Martin, we saw him really struggling out of turn 2 just a few laps ago. He has gotten it gathered up and back up to speed in 12th. Blake Wynn comes out 13th. Alex Krapser in 14th. And PDJ Zeller, Whale PD himself, is currently in 15th after starting way in the back. Pat Sullivan also up 10 spots. He is the 16th. Kyle Bartles in 17th. Greg Holes 18th. Tony Pizarro in 19th. Jonathan Burgesson He started back around 40th, has made his way up to 20th. All right, green flag stops have been completed. The drivers are back up to speed. We'll take a quick commercial break, but don't worry, you'll still be able to watch the action.
Totally different shapes. Howdy, partner. You watch XCAL Race. Woo!
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, folks, we are back just as the man has made his way back toward the front, and Octavio Rondoletto has the lead at lap 64. Octavio, not in the first 3 races of this season, comes back in the 4th race and already asserting his dominance. He has worked his way from 41st to the lead in just 65 laps. Blaine Aiken now back in 2nd. Alex Grates is in 3rd. Superman Luke Turpin in 4th. Matt Bear in 5th. Matt Pelletier now in 6th. And Kendrick Cryer in 7th. Zach Edwards up into 8th now. And Stephen Rex in 9th. Mason Foster in 10th. Rondoletto, not surprising to see a run like this out of him. We saw a lot of these runs last year. He just comes out and dominates the field, can march his way from the back to the front. And he has proven it once again here tonight. It gets a little sketchy into 1 as lap traffic now becoming an issue. Jonathan Bronson going a lap down. I believe that is Aiden McConaughey also getting lapped. Bit unusual to see Aiden McConaughey this far behind this early. Currently, it looks like 29 cars on the lead lap with Aiden McConaughey currently running 30th. Blaine Aiken in 2nd, looking for any way around Rondoletto. I don't know if he's going to find one yet. Alex Grates in 3rd. Luke Turpin is 4th. Matt Bear in 5th. All of these guys starting to fight through some heavy lap traffic. Rondoletto should be clear of lap traffic for just a little bit. They'll settle back in line. while Kendrick Cryer and Matt Pelletier go at it. That is for 6th place. Cryer looking to take 6th, and he's got Zach Edwards right there with him. Looks like we've got several of the Edwards High Performance team in the top 10, but now J&S is starting to really show up. They've got 2 cars already in the top 10 and continuing to march their way toward the front. Plus Alex Krapser now back in 13th. And look at this, PDJ Zeller, his best run of the season so far. He is currently in 14th after starting back in 44th. Tonight's race, we had 58 drivers attempt to qualify for tonight's field for a prize purse of over $330. We were talking about it during pre-race. The XCAL prize purses have gone up enough that the lowest prize purse this season is just as much as the highest purse last season for a points-paying race. Kendrick Cryer in 6th, Zach Edwards in 7th, Pelletier in 8th, Stephen Rex in 9th, Mason Foster in 10th. Tyler Gelbert, the weapon, has made his way up to 11th now. Kyle Martin in 12th, Alex Krapser in 13th, PDJ Zeller 14th, Blake Wynn is 15th, Pat Sullivan up to 16th now. Greg Holes has drifted back to 17th after starting 3rd and trying to lead a lap early on. Kyle Bartles in 18th. Jonathan Bergeron started at the back of the field. He is now up to 19th, up 24 spots. Newcomer Tony Pizarro, he is now up into 20th. Edmund Jones has drifted back to 21st. Brandon Varney, who got an EOL at the start of the race, still trying to make his way up to the front. He is in 22nd. Kenny Tripp currently running in 23rd. Joe Campbell, the leader of J&S in 24th, and Josh Doobie in 25th. And getting a little sketchy, as we saw last night when the Jones BS Racing League was here, touching that apron, especially in 3 and 4, can be fatal. But some of these guys set up the car to be able to handle it, and everybody's going to try and push, make sure they don't give up that bottom line. That's why some of these drivers, you saw it in practice, you've seen it early on here in the race. Some of these drivers have actually set their cars up to be able to pass up on the high side and make their way to the front. That is how Rondeletto has charged to the front. He made several passes up on the high side. He has drifted back to 3rd now as teammates Alex Grates and Blaine Aiken take 1st and 2nd. Rondeletto doesn't look like he is pushing as hard as he was early on. He has let the entire field know he is there. Now it becomes a strategy race. Same with Luke Turpin, who stretched 5 laps further than the majority of the field. He is currently running in 4th. He is in fuel-saving mode. And a couple other drivers that stretched as well to the same lap that Turpin did, like Matt Baer, Kendrick Cryer, Zach Edwards. All of them went 3 to 5 laps more than everybody else, and they are playing it safe, not battling here early on. Looks like we've got a couple of battles going on back here now. Kyle Bartles and Alex Krapser battling it out side by side. Krapser up on the high side in the J&S car, trying to hold on to 16th. But Jonathan Burgesson gets a run under, as does Pat Sullivan. Krapser now back into 19th. And newcomer Tony Pizarro right on Krapser's back bumper. Tyler Jailbert up in 11th. He has made quite a charge as well. Started in 28th. Mason Foster currently running in 10th. One of the J&S cars up in the top 10. Brandon Varney, we've talked about it a couple times, currently in 22nd, trying to make his way forward. And look at Joe Campbell down on the bottom. He is starting to pick up some steam. He is up a couple of spots into 25th. Trying to hold on and make up as many spots as possible here. Robert Colgan battling him on the high side. Oh, a little bumping as the teammates are trying to bump draft down the straightaways, but I think they got a little overeager there. Rondoletto in third, Luke Turpin in fourth, Jonathan Bronson there in the middle, the lap car. Jonathan right at the tail end of the lead lap in 30th place. He's trying to hold position. If a caution comes out, he would be one of the 3 cars to get waved around. PDJ Zeller, as mentioned, the best run he has had this season, currently in 13th place, continuing to work his way towards the front. Can he get his first top 10 finish of the season here tonight? And it's getting a little sketchy. Oh, the weapon gets into the 25. Caution is out for the first time. Kyle Martin into the wall. Let's watch the Flaming Karma replay. The 25 just gets a little tap from Jailbert. Jailbert holds on to it, but the 25 of Kyle Martin ends up in the wall. Minimal damage to that car for the moment. So Alex Grates has the lead as the first caution comes out. It's been almost 40 laps. Expect every driver to be on pit road this time. And here they come down pit road. Bronson's going to stay out as he is at the tail end of the lead lap. He'll be waved around. Now it becomes a question, do they take 2? Do they take 4? All the drivers going to take as much as they can get here early. They were almost at the end of a fuel run here, so that is definitely going to benefit some of these drivers. Kenny Tripp stays out. Sean Patrick staying out. Jonathan Schwartz staying out. Haven't even mentioned Schwartz tonight. He started in 25th and now up into 3rd. I'm not sure how this strategy is going to work, but Jonathan Schwartz is one we don't talk about in the first half of the race. He just sneaks his way to the front. Second half of the race, he is up there battling for the win. Daniel Miller also staying out, as well as Kyle Martin, who was involved. See if we can get some different angles on Kyle's car. I don't think he took much damage. No, doesn't. He did take some to the left front, but not a bunch. That car should be okay. And it looks like all the cars that stayed out are now coming to pit road. While all the drivers that went in are on their way out, and it looks like it might be Luke Turpin reclaiming the lead here. Chris Bernier dropping in, cheering on Matt Pelletier. Matt has really been putting on Quite a show tonight. He has stayed right around the top 10 all night long. His first season in XCAL has proven to be extremely good so far. Mason Foster, it looks like Luke Turpin is going to have the lead. Mason Foster in second. Zach Edwards has third. Matt Bear fourth. Octavio Rondoletto will be fifth. Blake Wynn, Alex Grates, Kendrick Cryer, Blaine Aiken, and Edmund Jones round out the top 10. This is the furthest up Edmund has been all night. Edmund coming to pit road now. Looks like there might be some different pit strategies playing out here, as Edmund had already been to pit road once. As they stack back up for the restart. Lights are still on the pace car, but the driver's getting ready back behind Superman. Everybody's stacking back up for the restart, and it'll be Luke Turpin, Mason Foster on the front row. Matt Bear, Zach Edwards on the second row. Rondoletto and Blaine Aiken. Alex Grates and Rondoletto have the third row. Blaine Aiken, Kendrick Cryer the fourth row. Stephen Rex and Greg Holes round out the top 10. Jonathan Bergeron and Matt Pelletier, 11th and 12th. Ryan Seams, Tony Pizarro, 13th and 14th. Kyle Bartles, Pat Sullivan, 15th and 16th. PDJ Zeller and Brandon Varney, 17th and 18th. Those are two to watch. 19th is Kenny Tripp, Robert Colgan in 20th. Josh Doobie, Cole Patrick, Joe Campbell, Daniel Miller, and Tim Marlowe round out the top 25 as they come down the back straightaway and get ready to go green. Hop into the chopper and watch the restart on this one. Luke Turpin has the right to fire first as the pace truck gets ready to drop in. Pace truck is in. Everybody chomping at the bit. Luke Turpin is gone. Green flag is in the air. Looked like the inside line had a bit of a struggle getting going that time. A couple of the drivers trying to anticipate the start ended up getting bunched up a little bit. That outside line definitely has the momentum advantage right now. But look at this. Matt Bear is on his way. He is now up into second. He is going to clear him out of 4. He's got second place. The leader of the Off Constantly team up to second now, chasing down Superman while they're 3 wide out of turn 2. I don't know how these guys think this is going to work. And the 17 of Alex Grates wisely backs out of it into 3 and 4. Wise move, Alex. Discretion is the better part of valor there, buddy. Octavio Rondoletto in 6th, Alex Grates in 7th, Zach Edwards and Blaine Aiken still battling it out side by side. Rondoletto looks like he might make it 3 wide. Nope, he is going to make it 2 wide. Get the nose under Zach Edwards. Zach Edwards currently the highest running JNS affiliate team. Holy cow, that got really close. Zach has been up in the top 10 all night. The JNS team, a lot of extra practice, a lot of testing over the offseason, and it has shown all season long. It started at Charlotte with Joe Campbell pulling off the win of the season opener. This team has been dominating ever since. They are way up in the points and continuing to fight their way toward the front. Luke Turpin in the lead. And Matt Bear has cleared Turpin and has assumed the lead here. Matt Bear leading for the first time this season. I was double checking my notes to be sure of that, but Matt Bear, his first time leading this season, the leader of the Off Constantly Motorsports team. Coming into this week, the owner's points show Blake Wynn in the lead, Austin Edwards in second, Alex Greats in third, Kyle Bartles fourth, Luke Turpin is fifth. Matt Bear, though, out front with Blaine Aiken in second, and talk about a run out of Rondoletto in third. Alex Greats in fourth. Luke Turpin in fifth, Kendrick Cryer in sixth, Mason Foster in seventh. Look at that move by Kendrick Cryer up to the high side on 3 and 4. He's got a run on Luke Turpin. Kendrick Cryer going for fifth. Matt Bear now drifting back to fourth as look who is out front, Blaine Aiken, Rondoletto trying to chase him down. Alex Greats is in third, fourth place is Matt Bear. He has drifted back just a little bit. Blaine Aiken having one heck of a run here. Let's see if we can see the pass for the lead. Blaine sends it down into 3. Looks like Matt Bear just got a little too high on corner entry. Loses several positions here. And shout out to Flaming Karma for the replays. Alex Greats going for second on the high side. Rondoletto lets him by easily. Not going to fight here early. Matt Bear now back in fourth. Kendrick Cryer up to fifth. And starting to see, I know some of these drivers made adjustments on their 2 pit stops so far. Starting to see some cars really come alive here. Steven Rex is one of them. In the 36, now up into 9th. And Jonathan Bergeron, he has been steadily working his way forward all night long. Now he is battling for the top 10 after starting in 43rd. We have quite a few cars exceedingly good on long runs making it happen here. And it is hard to set up for a long run at Rockingham. And look who it is, Brandon Varney. He is now up to 12th place. Varney, remember, it was qualified on the pole, but got an EOL after the mini stock race. Varney is sending it. They're going to try and make it 3 wide. They almost do. Burgesson gets stuck up way high, manages to get it down, but Tony Pizarro still trying to battle Varney up here. I guarantee you Steven Rex does not want to look in his mirror right now. And how about Tony Pizarro? This is your first race in XCAL. This is his in-car camera. His first XCAL race, and he is seeing this mess in front of him. Look at the sparks coming off the car. The car's bouncing like crazy. Pelletier obviously driving a Flaming Karma paint scheme here tonight. Oh, the tires are really squealing in that car. In his first XCAL event, currently running 12th. He started in 24th, having an epic run here tonight. But Alex Greats has the lead with his teammate Blaine Aiken in second, and now they've got help. Kendrick Cryer in third. 3 of the EHP cars up front. Octavio Rondoletto in 4th. Matt Bear drifts back to 5th, but he did get some laps led. Got some laps led here and will stay in the top 10, helping his team points come up. Luke Turpin in 6th. Mason Foster in 7th. And looks like we're about to have a little more excitement. Matt Pelletier all over the back bumper of Brandon Varney. You know, we talk about all season long, we've talked about Varney's return and his having to do anger management. XCAL is love, XCAL is life, his mantra that he has to say, race in and race out. But obviously, due to what happened in the mini stock race, the post-race incident that put him starting at the back of the field, you may not want to be bumping on him too hard there, Matt. He might still have some anger issues to sort through. Tony Pizarro, in 12th. Jonathan Burgesson in 13th place has had an epic run here tonight. Doing a great job for his team owner as well. Ryan Seams in 14th. Greg Holes in 15th. Look at this. Pat Sullivan now up to 16th. Petey still holding on. He is currently in 17th. Kyle Bartles in 18th. Blake Wynn has the points lead coming into tonight, but he is in 19th. That may not hold. Tim Marlowe in 20th. Kenny Tripp is 21st. Josh Doobie in 22nd. The lap car, the 71, and the mix. Sean Patrick in 23rd. 24th is Robert Colgan. Albie Hewins has broken into the top 25 now. Great job by Albie making his way toward the front. But the 3 EHP cars out front, and let's see, they so far have been the dominant team here today. But you got Mason Foster in the top 10. You got Zach Edwards in the top 10. And Matt Pelletier in 11th. J&S came to play tonight as well. Matt Bear leading the Off Constantly team. They have had teammates in the top 10 off and on all night. Matt Bear has been there the whole time. Alex Greats continuing to lead. Blaine Aiken has suddenly gone backwards. Gonna see if we can see what happened to Blaine here. It looks like Blaine may have lost connection. Blaine now scored in 33rd place. I'm guessing he lost connection. He suddenly was dropping like a rock, excuse me. And it looks like Mason Foster actually just started blinking as well. I was looking through checking some connections, and it looks like a couple of drivers might be having minor connection issues all of a sudden. And good evening, Danielle. Good to see you. I wondered when Danielle was going to pop up. Alex Grates and Kendrick Cryer still up front, but they have lost the help from Blaine Aiken. Now Rondoletto in third, Matt Bear up to fourth, and Turpin in fifth. Brandon Varney's comeback has been the stuff of legend this season so far. After sitting out the second half of the last season, he has come back and been unstoppable, and he's showing it here again tonight. And newcomer Jonathan Burgesson this season, the new driver, new team, and he is currently in 11th and having another great run here tonight. Tony Pizarro in 12th place, and was that Blaine? No, that was not Blaine. I thought I saw him briefly, but that was one of the other EHP cars. Trying to see who that is to the inside of Burgesson, trying to get back on the lead lap. The 10 car. While Alex Grates is leading, before we hit the next round of green flag stops, we'll take another quick commercial break. You'll still be able to see the racing. Don't go anywhere.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting boozy. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Race.
All right, we are back, and everybody still going, still under green flag conditions. Alex Grates has the lead, Kendrick Cryer in second, Rondoletto in third, Matt Bear fourth, Luke Turpin in fifth. Zach Edwards currently in sixth, Stephen Rex in seventh, Matt Pelletier in eighth, Brandon Varney in ninth, and Jonathan Burgesson in 10th. Bergeron, excuse me. I have been mispronouncing that all night, and I knew better. Mason Foster and Don Jordan, the first two to hit pit road. Last green flag stops were around lap 80, the caution at lap 86. Everybody was on pit road. Should start seeing a lot of stops here. Seems like a really good time to go to the XCAL blimp. The top five you see single file, staying out of trouble for the moment, just clicking away the laps as they approach halfway. Back behind, Brandon Varney continuing to march his way toward the front. He is now up into 8th. Matt Pelletier still fighting by, and he's going to go by Varney on the high side. Can he clear him off into one? Sends it deep into one. So does Varney. Down the back straightaway they go, all snaking through the field. Tyler Batchelder has come to pit road. Ryan Seams has come to pit road. None of the leaders have come to pit road yet. We did see last season at this race a little bit of trouble as green flag stops went on, as drivers exited pit road. I'm guarantee you that some of these drivers are extending their fuel mileage, but they are also seeing if they can get a stop under caution. Rondoletto in third, Luke Turpin in fifth. Those are the two drivers we're used to seeing extend the fuel mileage the most. However, so far here tonight, the J&S team has also been able to extend their fuel mileage as far as Rondoletto and Luke Turpin. They continue making their way to the front as well. DBR has Steven Rex up in the top 10 as well. He is in 6th as green flag stops have really well and truly gotten started with Varney on pit road. Ryan Seams is coming off pit road. He's already been down. The caution laps did extend some of their mileage, so they will be able to go a few extra laps, but we are right in the window when everybody came in last time. Thanks to XCAL Racing and the XCAL web shop for the blimp shots here tonight. Pat Sullivan has managed to fight his way up to 11th now. Has been fighting his way forward all night, picking up some spots while the pit stops are underway. Jonathan Bergeron continues his march to the front. He is battling it out now with Matt Pelletier. A lot of battles going on here late in the run as Pat Sullivan and Tim Marlowe going at it. That is for 12th place. Brandon Varney looks like he is on his way off pit road. Aiden McConaughey, John Friley, and PDJ Zeller have both hit pit road. And here come the EHP drivers. Rondoletto doesn't come. Matt Bear, Rondoletto, Matt Bear, Luke Turpin all stay out, as does Steven Rex and Zach Edwards. All these drivers went about 3 to 5 laps more than everybody else under the first green flag stops. We'll see how far they can go this time. They've all been out for 51 laps since their last stop. Rondoletto started in 41st in his first race this season and has led quite a few laps here tonight. Oh, we've got a car going around. Steven Rex. And what a save. He kept it off the wall. Let's see if we can get a look at Steven Rex's, let's just say, unorthodox pit road entry. He comes down, checking up right in front of the 6 car, drifts it onto pit road. Great save by Steven Rex. If Stephen Rex ever decides to retire from XCAL, he definitely could take up a career as one of those professional drift guys. Rondoletto ducks to pit road. Matt Bear ducks to pit road. Luke Turpin stays out. Zach Edwards stays out. Zach Edwards, one of the J&S cars, running a Flaming Karma paint scheme as well tonight. Tony Pizarro also staying out. How many more laps can these drivers up front go? We know Luke Turpin can go further than anybody, but how much further? The EHP drivers that have been to pit road are back out just behind the leaders. There is Kendrick Cryer, Alex Grates, and Daniel Miller's right behind them. Here they come. Turpin is on pit road. Zach Edwards is on pit road. Stephen Rex, after that epic save, currently second in that group. Looks like he did complete a pit stop, and he is back out there in the lead pack. Great, great move by Stephen Rex. Oh, everybody getting a little squirrely through 3 and 4. Rondoletto now coming off pit road. He'll be scored with the leader if he can, as the leader, if he can get up to speed before the other cars get to him. Matt Bear off pit road. Alex Grates, Daniel Miller, Kendrick Cryer. As they cycle through, next time by, I believe Octavio will take the lead. Again. Luke Turpin still on pit road, trying to finish up his pit stop. Octavio got a little drafting help. He's going to go ahead and go by the lap car. Zach Edwards and Luke Turpin rolling off pit road. Will they be able to beat Rondoletto? No. Rondoletto comes by on the high side. Zach Edwards now up to second. Luke Turpin in third. And Octavio Rondoletto, just due to the way the pit stop cycled, has a 1.5 second lead, and he is pulling away. Zach Edwards back in second, Luke Turpin in third, still trying to come up to speed. Matt Bear in fourth, Alex Grates in fifth, Daniel Miller sixth, Kendrick Cryer in seventh, Jonathan Bergeron in eighth, Tony Pizarro in ninth, and they are mixed up in a lot of lap traffic here. Stephen Rex, despite that unorthodox pit entry, is holding on to a top 10 spot, currently running in 10th. Gotta give that dude credit. That was an epic save. All right, let's go through the field. Up front is Octavio Rondoletto. Second place, Zach Edwards. Luke Turpin currently running in third. Matt Bear in fourth. Alex Grates currently running in fifth. Daniel Miller up to sixth now. Kendrick Cryer in seventh. Jonathan Bergeron in eighth, also the second biggest mover of the race so far. Tony Pizarro, the newcomer, in ninth, and Tim Marlowe currently in 10th. Stephen Rex in 11th. Matt Pelletier currently running 12th. Blake Wynn is in 13th. Greg Holes in 14th, and Pat Sullivan currently running in 15th. Brandon Varney, 16th. Sean Patrick in 17th, with Josh Doobie right there with him in 18th. Kenny Tripp in 19th and Alex Krapser in 20th. PDJ Zeller has drifted back a little bit. He is now in 21st. Kyle Bartles in 22nd. Edmund Jones in 23rd and Kyle Martin back in 24th. Jonathan Schwartz in 25th. Joseph Costello, the newcomer, in 26th. Albie Hewins currently running in 27th. Ryan Seams back in 28th and Robert Colgan in 29th, with Joe Campbell in 30th. But Octavio Rondoletto has the lead and again is pulling away from the field. Don't forget to check out the Higgins Spotter Pack. You can find out more about that at XCALRacing.com. They now have the Luke Turpin Championship Edition with even more hilarity, and you can use it on road, oval, dirt, and off-road racing in iRacing. You can use it in any race, although highly recommend that you try it out with an AI race or in a race you don't care about. From experience, if you try it in a race you care about, you won't win because you'll be laughing too hard. Also, don't forget to check out Sim Racer Hub for all your sim racing information needs. And while you're at XCALRacing.com, make sure you go check out and become an XCAL Patreon. You can find links on the page. Octavio Rondoletto now coming up into lap traffic. And it looks like it's going to get a lot heavier for him as he goes along. He continues to pull away from Luke Turpin and Matt Baer. Zach Edwards having his best run of the season in 4th right now. Alex Greats back in 5th has Kendrick Cryer and Daniel Miller right there with them. The three trying to get hooked up and pull their way back to the front. Jonathan Bergeron in 8th, Tony Pizarro in 9th, and Tim Marlowe in 10th. A lot of lap traffic mixed in with the lead lap cars. 31 cars still on the lead lap. Jeremy Leto is the last car on the lead lap for the moment. Over halfway through this race, only had 2 cautions so far. And if you want to catch up on all the news for XCAL for this season, make sure you check out XCALRacing.com. You can find all the news, all the driver stats, all the information you could ever want and more. Plus, a lot of funny stuff. And you can check out the XCAL Racing web shop where you can get Massive Well PD gear, XCAL gear. You can even get a Massive Well PD tank top like the one I'm wearing right now. And I promise you, a Massive Well PD tank top will make you 10% sexier. It's working for me so far. Matt Baer currently running in 2nd. Luke Turpin down to the bottom. Looks like Matt Baer pulled over. He had been leading that pack. Needs to save a little fuel. Drops in behind Turpin. Zach Edwards just lurking back there in fourth. I'm willing to bet he is in fuel-saving mode. Looks like the EHP drivers have finally gotten reconnected. Alex Grates, Kendrick Cryer, Daniel Miller. And what about Jonathan Bergeron? We've talked about Octavio a lot, how he came from 41st to 1st, but Jonathan Bergeron started in 43rd and is currently running in 8th. He has ran his way all the way through this field here tonight. Ongoing battle, too, with Tony Pizarro, who is putting on quite a show tonight as well. He started back in 24th, up into 9th. And his first XCAL start. Last season, we did see a driver get their first ever XCAL win here. Will we see it again? Aiden McConaughey got the win here last spring. Matt Pelletier back in 11th, trying to catch up with Tim Marlowe. But everybody still trying to catch up with Octavio. Octavio is out front, lap 162. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting boozy. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Racing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Octavio Rondoletto still has the lead. He has extended that lead now to 3.5 seconds over Luke Turpin. Matt Baer holding on to third. Zach Edwards in fourth. Alex Grates in fifth. It has been a very clean race here at Rockingham. I hope I didn't just jinx it. We have just 103 laps to go here at the Rock, and a lot of side-by-side action mid-pack, but once this lead group has started pulling away and with the green flag stops, things have settled in just a little bit. But you get back here to about 8th place. Tim Marlowe now in 8th, Tony Pizarro in 9th, Jonathan Bergeron in 10th. These three cars have been back and forth all night, but one constant between the three of them, they have marched their way toward the front. Tim Marlowe did start in 8th, but Tony Pizarro started back in 24th. Jonathan Bergeron started 43rd, and look who's behind him. Points leader Blake Wynn now up in the mix. He is in 11th after starting 22nd, excuse me. Matt Pelletier currently in 12th, up 7 spots as well. Greg Hulls in 13th. Then you've got Pat Sullivan, who is up 12 spots to 14th. Josh Doobie started in 34th and is currently running in 15th. Kenny Tripp, we haven't talked about Kenny all night long. He has been hiding out. In 37th place is where he started, now making his way up to 16th. Excuse me. Double checking some numbers here. Octavio Rondoletto's lead still holding at 3.5 seconds. The best battle on track so far has been between these three drivers. But now with Blake Wynn in this mix, things might get a little bit more exciting. A 100 laps to go. Rondoletto definitely said, hey, I'm making my comeback here tonight. Everybody will know I am here. Josh Doobie back in 15th has made up a ton of spots as well. Started in 34th. He's got Pat Sullivan right in front of him who started in 26th. These two drivers are marching their way to the front. Greg Holes currently in 13th after starting third. That unsponsored car looking for some sponsorship. You could sponsor a car here or you could sponsor XCAL itself. Go to XCALRacing.com and click to sign up. Daniel Miller has come to pit road. Looks like Aiden McConaughey is ducked down pit road. Starting to see the next round of green flag stops underway. With 100 laps to go, they'll only have to make one more stop from here. The strategy definitely coming into play, and here's a note. Everybody stopped on lap 137 or before, except for a few drivers. Octavio Rondoletto stopped on 138. Kendrick Cryer stopped on 138. Tim Marlowe stopped at 140. So some of these drivers can definitely extend their fuel run a lot further here tonight. Luke Turpin back in second, Matt Bear in third, Zach Edwards fourth, Alex Grates fifth. Green flag stops underway. And I am going to answer a question that everybody has been asking for the last 6+ months. If you remember, last season, we got to talk to Higgins, the XCAL superfan, during every race, both pre-race and mid-race. We got to talk to Higgins. Then he made his spotter pack and apparently thought he was too Hollywood, went out and explored the world. Nobody knew where he was. We saw sightings in Canada, Minnesota, Mexico, Italy, Spain, Germany. He was all over, but a lot of places he went had really good alcohol. That might be why he spent several months in Scotland, just saying. However, it has come out today that Higgins has reappeared. He is now the owner of Jonathan Bronson's car. Higgins is back, and hopefully we'll be talking to him in an upcoming broadcast. But if you're out there listening, Higgins, if you haven't passed out in the trailer yet, welcome back, buddy. Jeff Edgar, Jose Godino, both on pit road. Still 28 cars showing on the lead lap, although that will update after green flag stops have completed. Rondoletto now in heavy lap traffic. Tyler Batchelder is on pit road. Brandon Varney now on pit road. Brandon Varney is the highest running car to pit so far. He comes down from 12th. Luke Turpin, Matt Bear, Zach Edwards still nose to tail. Rondoletto has extended his lead to 4 seconds now, as he comes through a lot of lap traffic. EHP teammates just ahead of him, and EHP is chasing him right now. Could that come into play here? We saw it come into play a couple of times last season. We might see it again here tonight. Teammates helping teammates. Matt Bear has now taken second, Luke Turpin to third, Zach Edwards to fourth. A lot of these drivers prepping for their pit stops. But Rondoletto in heavy traffic, having to check up as he comes by. A lot of, that is Joe Campbell, I believe, in the 63. A lot of drivers already in lap traffic. Look at Rondoletto just cutting through. Coming by now the 38 as Octavio winds his way through lap traffic here. And he has lost very little time as he comes through lap traffic. Matt Bear currently in second, Luke Turpin in third, Zach Edwards in fourth. Kendrick Cryer, Alex Crates, Tim Marlowe now coming to pit road. Octavio still holding on to the lead and has not pitted yet. He last pitted on lap 140. He can still go at least another 6 laps, as can Matt Bear, Luke Turpin, and Zach Edwards. Tony Pizarro now up into 5th. Blake Wynn is on pit road. After this, they'll only have to make one more round of pit stops. John Friley on pit road, Kyle Martin, Harold Rothery. Jonathan Bergeron in 6th. Oh, Jonathan Bergeron comes to pit road. Josh Doobie is on pit road. Tony Pizarro has had an impressive run for his first XCAL start. Now running in 5th. Rondoletto is on pit road. The leader is on pit road. Matt Bear is staying out. Luke Turpin, Zach Edwards staying with him. Zach Edwards might be the smartest one in that group. He is not contended. He has let Luke Turpin and Matt Bear settle everything between themselves. He's just sat back there third in line, drafting these two around, saving fuel. Matt Bear reassumes the lead, gets some points for leading. He had led a little bit earlier, getting a few more laps in here. Should see Matt Bear, Luke Turpin, and Zach Edwards in the next 3 laps as Pat Sullivan, Greg Holes, and Kenny Tripp come to pit road. Tony Pizarro now being scored up into 4th. Alex Crapser in 5th. Alex Crapser, Matt Bear is on pit road. Luke Turpin and Zach Edwards stay out. Alex Crapser, another one that extended his last pit stop. We'll see how much further that J&S car can go. As we mentioned earlier in the race, the J&S team spent a lot of time in the offseason working on fuel mileage. It has paid off a couple of times this season, and it's already paying off here tonight. Luke Turpin has the lead again. Zach Edwards in 2nd, Tony Pizarro now in 3rd. Alex Crapser coming to pit road. Luke Turpin looking low. He's coming to pit road. Zach Edwards is going to come with him. Tony Pizarro coming to pit road. And look who is currently in 4th place. He'll still have to make a stop. but he is making his way up through the field once again. The Schwartz is with Jonathan Schwartz tonight as he hits pit road and continues his march toward the front. Albie Hewen stays out. And if he can stay out one more lap, I do believe he will get to lead a lap here tonight. And I believe that'll be the first time Albie has led this season. Oh, he is going to come, is he? Albie Hewens comes to pit road. He might have been scored with the lead at the line, but as he comes down, Octavio Rondoletto is back out. Albie Hewens did cross the line in the lead, so he led his first lap of the night as well. Now Octavio Rondoletto in a bit of lap traffic here, trying to fight his way back toward the front. Tony Pizarro is starting to work his way off pit road, but he won't be fast enough to get in front of Rondoletto. Luke Turpin coming off pit road now. Zach Edwards coming off pit road now. Rondoletto should assume the lead next time by. And his lead over Luke Turpin now 5.2 seconds. Zach Edwards and Luke Turpin not together. It looked like they came off pit road together. Luke Turpin actually got the better run though. Albie Hewens now coming off pit road. This might have been the smartest strategy move on Albie's part in the world, as he's going to pick up a lot of spots. Edmund Jones family cheering him on. Where is Edmund right now? Still holding the lead lap. Up to 18th spot. A rough start to the night for Edmund, but he is fighting his way back. Currently running in 19th, excuse me. Ryan Seams right ahead of him in 18th. Kyle Bartles up in 17th. Octavio Rondoletto has the lead with Luke Turpin in second, Zach Edwards in third. Alex Grates in fourth with a teammate Kendrick Cryer in fifth. Tim Marlowe is with him in sixth, and Tony Pizarro not far behind in seventh in his XCAL debut. Matt Bear is in eighth. Matt has been up in contention all night as well. Daniel Miller in ninth, Blake Wynn in 10th. Jonathan Bergeron in 11th, Alex Krapser in 12th, Pat Sullivan 13th. 14th is Greg Holes, Brandon Varney in 15th. Jonathan Schwartz now up to 16th and continuing his march to the front. Josh Doobie in 17th. Kenny Tripp currently in 18th, Petey in 19th, Kyle Bartles in 20th. Albie Hewens, Ryan Seams, Edmund Jones, Sean Patrick, and Joseph Costello rounding out the top 25. Octavio's lead 5.5 seconds over Luke Turpin. If this thing stays green, all he has to do is one final pit stop, not lose any time. Almost 200 laps have been completed here. And Octavio, in his return to XCAL competition, has dominated. Turpin in second, Zach Edwards third, Alex Grates in fourth. And what about the EHP team, who have gotten several cars in the top 10 tonight? Tim Marlowe in 6th, Pizarro, the newcomer, in 7th. Matt Bear in 8th, Blake Wynn in 9th, Jonathan Bergeron in 10th. Daniel Miller, another one that's been lurking outside the top 10 all night. Alex Krapser has started to come alive later in the race. He had drifted as far back as 20th. He is now up in 12th. Pat Sullivan now up to 13th. Greg Holes started in third, has drifted back to 14th, and Jonathan Schwartz now up to 15th. I don't think Schwartz's race is over yet. Luke Turpin all alone as he crosses the start-finish line. 70 laps to go. This is the first time Turpin has been alone without some drafting help. He'll have to use the lap cars as he comes by, as Zach Edwards is now 2.5 seconds behind him. Tim Marlowe in a mess of lap traffic, we're following Kendrick Cryer here. Tony Pizarro in 6th. Matt Baer now back up to 7th. Alex Greats 8th. Blake Wynn is 9th. And Jonathan Bergeron in 10th. And Bergeron has had a great season. 4 races in. He is up here battling in the top 10. He has been up in the fight every single race so far. But it has been Rondoletto all night long. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You'll be able to watch the race during the commercials.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We'll hop back to the commercial here in just a minute as we are under our second caution of the night. And the one thing Octavio Rondoletto did not want to see was this caution. Everybody back on pit road. I don't think anybody can make it from here. Trying to see if we can pull up the replay from the incident. Looks like Tony Pizarro, and it was Pizarro gets stuck in the middle of the road as he tries to save it, collects several other drivers, including Pat Sullivan. Looked like one of the drivers got loose off of turn 2. Pizarro ends up on the inside wall, drifts up back onto the track, and several cars caught up in this one. Nobody can make it from here on fuel. They're all about 10 to 15 laps shy. Kendrick Cryer and Alex Great stay out. Both of them were on pit road 15 laps ago. They know they can't make it from here. Everybody, the vast majority of the field, rather, is coming to pit road. Very interesting situation because these top 2 cannot make it, but none of the drivers can make it from here. Rondoletto, Luke Turpin would be the 2 that would be closest. But with 64 laps to go, neither of these drivers can stretch it unless they get enough caution laps to make it work from here. So Kendrick Cryer is now in the lead with Alex Greats in second, Josh Doobie third, Kenny Tripp fourth, Octavio Rondoletto is fifth, Luke Turpin, Zach Edwards, Matt Baer, PDJ Zeller now up into ninth, and Tony Pizarro, after that hard hit, is in 10th. The back end of that car is messed up, and the right side's pretty banged in. All right, let's see if we can finish our commercials before they go green.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting boozy. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Racing.
All right, looks like we are going green this time by with Kendrick Cryer and Alex Grates up front. They did not come to pit road. Josh Doobie, Kenny Tripp also not coming to pit road. Octavio Rondoletto, the first car that came to pit road, he was leading by a large margin before the caution came out. Luke Turpin, 6, Zach Edwards, Matt Bear, Greg Holes, Blake Wynn round out the top 10. But the cars in 12th and 13th are ones to watch. Brandon Varney and Jonathan Schwartz both have made their way just outside of the top 10. Both started way back in the field. And both about to see if they can make something happen, if they can pull off the win here tonight. Pace truck is in. Green flag is back in the air. They are down and away. They'll have 60 to go. Kendrick gets a good jump to the lead. Octavio back in 5th. Did not want to see that caution. He needed this thing to stay green, but can he get back up to the lead? Can he continue to dominate here? Kendrick pulling away. Alex Grates in 2nd. Kenny Tripp now in 3rd. Rondoletto to the high side through 3 and 4. He is on the outside of Kenny Tripp now. Gets by Josh Doobie in 5th. Luke Turpin trying to find his way up. He is going to follow Rondoletto. And look at the mess back behind. Matt Barron 8th is the last single file car. Then you've got Blake Wynn, Greg Hull side by side. Brandon Varney and Pat Sullivan side by side. Jonathan Schwartz and Kyle Bartle side by side. Nobody giving an inch, and it looks like they're trying to get 3 wide further up. Look at Rondoletto come up the middle. Rondoletto now up to 3rd, up top on Kenny Tripp. I started losing my voice several weeks ago in the XCAL season opener, and it looks like it might go again as Rondoletto makes some power moves up to 2nd place. He still has to run down Kendrick Cryer. Not far behind, Brandon Varney had to start at the tail end of the field. He has made his way up into 11th. And as we talked about, Jonathan Schwartz in 12th, started 25th. You don't talk about Jonathan Schwartz early in the race, but at the end, you definitely do. He is making his way forward as well. Kendrick Cryer out front has 3/4 of a second on Rondoletto. Tripp in 3rd. Luke Turpin to the high side. Looks like he is going to make the pass and make his way to 3rd. Kenny Tripp in 4th. Josh Doobie in 5th. Zach Edwards 6th. Matt Bear is 7th. Blake Wynn 8th. Alex Grates in 9th. Greg Holes in 10th. Brandon Varney still lurking in 11th. Jonathan Schwartz lurking in 12th. The front straightaway becoming a very busy place. Zach Edwards now trying to make a move on the high side. He gets to the outside of Josh Doobie. Kenny Tripp has drifted back now to 4th. Luke Turpin has gotten clear of him. Luke Turpin a half second behind Rondoletto as Rondoletto closes on Kendrick Cryer. Zach Edwards has a run on Kenny Tripp. He's going to come up into fourth. Josh Doobie back in sixth. Last lap, Luke Turpin set the fastest lap of the race last time by. We said that pit stop meant, what is Luke Turpin dropping down to the apron trying to get as much momentum as possible. We said from the caution, nobody could go the distance from there. Luke Turpin just beat his fastest lap. Nobody could go the distance from there, but when they cross the start-finish line this time, everybody should be able to go the distance. We might see some drivers come in, top off, and take off. Octavio in second has now closed up to the back bumper of Kendrick Cryer. Luke Turpin trying to run both of them down, half a second back. Zach Edwards in fourth, Matt Bear in fifth, and look at the mess behind Matt Bear as Kenny Tripp is fading. Blake Wynn up on the high side trying to get by. Josh Doobie, Greg Holes, Brandon Varney, Jonathan Schwartz, all in that mess. Caution is out. Caution is out. Everybody will come to pit road and get fuel. Trying to see what happened to bring the caution out. Can't find a replay. Gonna check one more here. Still have no replay, no idea why the caution came out, but everybody on pit road now. This will be the final stop for all the drivers. They can all go the distance on fuel. From here, it's going to be a race off pit road. Kendrick Cryer comes in with the lead with Luke Turpin in second. Pat Sullivan is the first driver off pit road. He took fuel only, it looks like. Luke Turpin is coming off pit road in second. Matt Bear in third. Zach Edwards fourth. Rondoletto in fifth. Blake Wynn in sixth. Greg Holes seventh. Jonathan Schwartz eighth. Kyle Bartles in ninth. Albie Hewins currently running in 10th. Great run for Albie. He had some great strategy moves earlier in the race. He started in 32nd, has made his way up into the top 10. Looks like Pat Sullivan may come. He is coming back down pit road. So now Luke Turpin will assume the lead. Jonathan Schwartz is coming back down. Just under 50 laps to go from the Rock. Luke Turpin, Matt Bear, Zach Edwards, Octavio Rondoletto, and now Blake Wynn into the top 5. Greg Holes, Jonathan Schwartz, Kyle Bartles, Albie Hewins, and Brandon Varney now have the top 10. And look at this, PDJ Zeller has made his way up into 11th. Daniel Miller now up to 12th. Kenny Tripp 13th. And we have not talked about Austin Edwards since very early in the race. He had actually gone a lap or two down, has got his way back to the lead lap, and is now up into 14th. Can Austin come up here and do anything? And can anybody slow down Octavio Rondoletto, who has been the dominant car all night? All the drivers stacking back up for the restart. Turpin and Bear on the front row. Zach Edwards, Octavio Rondoletto on the second row. Greg Hulls, Blake Wynn on the third row. Kyle Battles, Jonathan Schwartz on the fourth row. Brandon Varney and Albie Hewins rounding out the top 10. Is Jonathan Schwartz actually trying to trick somebody into going down pit road? Or is he just down? I think Schwartz might be down on the apron trying to save fuel. He pitted on lap 220. He should be able to make it 50 laps here on the fuel run. Especially with the last couple laps being under caution. He'll have he will have completed 4 laps under caution. He should be able to go the distance, but it looks like he is in a very questionable spot and trying to do everything he can to save fuel. One more look on the restart from the blimp. The pace car about to drop off. One of the cleanest XCAL races we have ever seen here tonight. Only a handful of cautions. Pace truck is in. Turpin fires, he is away. Green flag back in the air. Matt Bear holding on to second, but Octavio Rondoletto pushing. Octavio goes to the high side. Matt Bear drops to the bottom. Zach Edwards fighting back on the bottom, back behind him. Blake Wynn making a move. Oh, Zach Edwards almost gets the wall. And look who is right there in 7th, making his way forward. The Schwartz is with him tonight. Jonathan Schwartz up to 7th. Albie Hewins now up in 8th. Brandon Varney in 9th. Kyle Bartles in 10th. Luke Turpin still in the lead. Matt Bear trying to run him down. Octavio running them both down. And look at Blake Wynn up to 5th now. After starting in 22nd, he has quietly raced his way to the front all night long. Thanks again to the XCAL web shop for the views from the blimp. Zach Edwards just set the fastest lap of the night. Not only did he set the fastest lap, he almost... I am checking these times real quick because Octavio Rondoletto had the previous fastest lap. Couple hundredths of a second. It looked briefly like it might have been more. Luke Turpin out front. Matt Bear in 2nd. Rondoletto 3rd. Zach Edwards 4th. Blake Wynn in 5th. Blake Wynn came from 22nd to pull a top 5 finish. Greg Hull 6th. Jonathan Schwartz in 7th. Albie Hewins in 8th. Brandon Varney started at the back due to an EOL. He is now up in 9th. Kenny Tripp in 10th. Kenny Tripp, another one. He came from 37th to be up in the top 10. We saw him having to battle. It looks like he's got some short run speed here tonight. Has not had it in the long run, but only 40 laps to go. He should be good to go. Luke Turpin out front. Matt Bear and Rondoletto right there on the nose. The top 5 literally nose to tail. Actually, the top 7 all the way back to Jonathan Schwartz. Albie Hewins 8th, 9th, and 10th. Those are all almost nose to tail as well. Austin Edwards, who we have not talked about all night, but he was the winningest, has the most single season wins of any XCAL driver. Over 10 wins last season. Currently running in 11th after being outside the top 20 for a large portion of the race. But you never count Austin out. And now he is looking under Kenny Tripp to get himself back in the top 10. After the win at Martinsville last week, he was looking to make it 2 in a row. Hasn't happened yet here tonight, but look at this. Rondoletto has gotten past Matt Bear for second. Lap car's up on the high side, and Turpin is Rondoletto's next target. And yet, huge shout out to Pelletier, who was up in the top 10 all night long, has had a great night. Looks like he has drifted back quite a bit. He is now back being scored in 37th. Looks like he might actually be done for the night, but had a great run early on. One of those drivers that this week the finishing position is definitely not going to show how well he ran tonight. Luke Turpin leads Octavio Rondoletto, Matt Bear, Blake Wynn, and Zach Edwards. Let's go through some of the field here and see where everybody is running. Luke Turpin up front. Octavio Rondoletto started back in 41st, now in second, has led quite a bit tonight. Matt Bear now up to third. Blake Wynn started in 22nd, now up into fourth. Zach Edwards in fifth after starting 13th. Jonathan Schwartz started 25th, now up to sixth. Greg Holes in seventh. Austin Edwards has made his way back up into the top 10, now in 8th place. Albie Hewins. Where did Albie come from? He has snuck his way up into the top 10. He is in 9th after starting 32nd. Kyle Bartles in 10th after starting 23rd. Brandon Varney started back in 41st. Currently in 11th. Kenny Tripp started 37th in 12th. Kendrick Cryer now in 13th. Daniel Miller up to 14th. Josh Doobie started in 34th up to 15th. PDJ Zeller, one of his better runs tonight. He has managed to work his way in the top 10 a couple times. He is in 16th after starting back in 44th. Edmund Jones now up into 17th, has started coming on later in the race. Pat Sullivan now in 18th. Joseph Costello in his season opener, or his first race in XCAL, 19th. Joe Campbell, the winner at Charlotte, battling for 19th and 20th. Robert Colgan in 21st. Jose Godino back in 22nd. 23rd, Alex Krapser. He has been in and out of the top 10 all night. 24th is Kyle Martin. Aiden McConaughey up to 25th now. He has not had the performance we're used to seeing, but he is marching his way forward. Tim Marlowe currently in 26th. Sean Patrick 27th. Stephen Rex 28th. Alex Grates now in 29th. And Jonathan Bergeron back in 30th. As the battle for the lead heats up, Rondoletto side by side with Luke Turpin for the lead. They have 30 laps to go. Rondoletto going for it. Rondoletto has put on a dominant performance here tonight. Once he got to the lead, he opened up a 5.5 second lead before the last caution came out. And they are really getting close. Rondoletto is pushing that thing. Turpin trying to hold him to the bottom. Back behind him, Zach Edwards just decided, you know what, I'm going to go for it. He hops to the high side on Matt Bear. Rondoletto has the nose ahead coming out of 2. Matt Bear has the nose ahead as well. 242 laps into a race, and they're still up here battling side by side for the top 5. Rondoletto still has the nose ahead at the line. And Rondoletto has almost cleared it. Luke Turpin is not giving up that easy this time. Zach Edwards has gotten past Matt Bear up to 3rd, and now Blake Wynn looking high, but Jonathan Schwartz is there looking low. Schwartz dropping to the bottom for trying to take 5th place. They get a lap car in there. They were briefly 3 wide through 1 and 2. Luke Turpin still fighting back on the high side. Octavio not giving an inch. Derek Colson very happy to see the 5 car in the front. I can't imagine why, Derek. Luke Turpin up top. He is losing ground coming off turn 2. Rondoletto finally clears, and he's going to bring Zach Edwards with him. Turpin gives him a tap down the back straightaway. Can Zach Edwards get a 2nd place finish here tonight? As they come around, it'll be 25 to go. Matt Bear currently in 4th. 5th place is Jonathan Schwartz. They are battling for the $330+ prize here tonight. One of the biggest points purses in XCAL history. Rondoletto battling through lap traffic continues to lead and starting to edge away from Luke Turpin. Luke managing to hold Zach Edwards off. Matt Bear in 4th. Schwartz now in 5th. Back behind, Austin Edwards has come from a couple of laps down, has made his way up into 6th place. Blake Wynn now up into 7th. Greg Holes is 8th. What about Albie Hewins, who has just steadily marched his way forward all night long? He is in 9th. And Kyle Bartles has really come out of nowhere. Started 23rd, now up into 10th. Can Luke Turpin do anything with Rondoletto? Hopefully lap traffic does not come in and affect this battle for the lead. And with Austin Edwards and Jonathan Schwartz coming toward the front, could either of them get up there in the next 22 laps and get something done? Schwartz started at 25th, up to 5th, as we talked about all last season. We haven't seen it yet this season until this race. Jonathan Schwartz just hides out somewhere mid-pack until late in the race. When it's time to go, then suddenly he's in the top 5, top 10, and battling for wins. If Schwartz ever gets a top starting spot, he will be unbeatable. Luke Turpin is right on the back bumper of Octavio Rondoletto. Looks like he still has something. He's not going to let Rondoletto get away. Rondoletto goes down to the apron to make sure Turpin can't get the run on the bottom. Turpin sends it high into 1 and 2. Zach Edwards keeps waiting to pounce. If Turpin makes a single mistake, Edwards is going to come and take 2nd. Back behind, Austin Edwards has now made his way up into 5th. Jonathan Schwartz still hanging on to 6th. Blake Wynn still in 7th. Greg Holes 8th. Albie Hewins holding on to 9th. Kendrick Cryer battling, trying to get 9th from Albie. Cryer looking to the high side, can't get anything there yet. Rondoletto still blocking that bottom line, making sure they can't get the run on him from down below, forcing the drivers to have to go to the high side to get around. Turpin all over the back bumper, trying to loosen him up. Now he's got a little bump from behind. Zach Edwards comes in to help Luke Turpin. Luke Turpin's got a little momentum up on the high side. Can he make it work? Looks like he's going to get quite a bit of help from Zach Edwards, but can he complete the pass on Rondoletto? They are still side by side. Matt Baer's coming back into the mix. Zach Edwards pushing Turpin down the back straightaway. Matt Baer coming into this mix now, as is Austin Edwards. Rondoletto still has the nose ahead. Who's it going to be at the line? It was Turpin. Octavio still, Turpin bobbles off turn 2. Octavio gets a big jump ahead, but it's not going to be enough yet. And Matt Baer coming on the bottom. He's coming to help. This might come down to who has the better person pushing him from behind on the final lap. Look at Zach Edwards pushing Turpin. Got him loose through 1 and 2. Octavio manages to get the run. Matt Baer looks to the bottom. Octavio drops down to the bottom and cuts the run off. Matt Baer's going to look low. Octavio doing everything he can, using all the track to keep that lead. Now with Luke Turpin and Matt Baer battling side by side. Now Zach Edwards and Austin Edwards battling it out side by side. They're still side by side. At 10 to go, there will be no more wave rounds. The cars on the lead lap are all they get. Anybody a lap or more down will not get waved around if a caution comes out. At 5 to go, there will be no more cautions. Octavio out front. Luke Turpin still battling Matt Baer. Octavio is loving seeing that in his mirror. Zach Edwards and Austin Edwards still going at it behind. Jonathan Schwartz is caught up now, as has Blake Wynn, Kendrick Cryer, Greg Holes, and Albie Hewins. Rondoletto still pulling away. Matt Baer clears. He is now into second. Luke Turpin is going backwards quickly. We've got a couple cars headed up into the wall. They managed to save it. It was Greg Holes and Kendrick Cryer. Luke Turpin lost a lot of ground in the middle of 3 and 4, and now it is Matt Baer to second, Austin Edwards to third, Jonathan Schwartz now in fourth. Turpin has drifted back to fifth, and Blake Wynn all over the back bumper. Zach Edwards currently in seventh, with Albie Hewins on the high side in eighth. 10 to go for Rondoletto. There will be no more wave rounds. Sean Patrick has had an incident. Looks like he drifted up into a car and just got a little bump, loosened him up enough, but a great save. Manages to get that car back on track and not draw a caution. Austin Edwards has made his way now to second. Matt Baer in third, Schwartz now in fourth, Blake Wynn in fifth. But Blake Wynn has his hands full as Zach Edwards and Luke Turpin are right there. Zach pushing Blake down the back straightaway. Zach in sixth, Turpin seventh, Albie Hewins in eighth, Kendrick Cryer in ninth, Greg Holes in 10th. Rondoletto had over half a second lead. Austin Edwards cleared, and now look at the run out of Austin Edwards as he gets to the back bumper. He's got to run up on the high side. Can Austin get past and get his second win of the season? Matt Baer now looking to the bottom. Jonathan Schwartz in the mix. If anybody makes a mistake, Schwartz is going to pull off the win here. He is just perfectly poised to pounce. Rondoletto, Austin Edwards, side by side. Matt Baer can't determine what line he's going to go with. He is looking for the fastest way around. Who's the best one to follow? Oh, a lap car up on the high side. 6 to go. Next time by, the drivers will hear green, green, green from race control. There will be no more cautions. Octavio and Austin Edwards side by side. Matt Baer in the mix. Jonathan Schwartz in the mix. This is going to come down to the last lap. Out of turn 4, they come down. Race control tells them no more cautions. Oh, a little bit of a bump. Octavio gets together. Austin holds on to it. Octavio Rondoletto now under attack. Matt Baer's got the bottom. Jonathan Bronson has crashed. Let's see if we can get a replay of what happened there. Doesn't look like we caught it. Rondoletto and Matt Baer. Oh, that got really close. Now Jonathan Schwartz is up to third. Austin Edwards is fighting back. Rondoletto has 3 laps to go. Can he hold all these cars off? Matt Baer in second, Schwartz in third, Austin Edwards in fourth, and now Zach Edwards is closed back up on them. He is up to fifth. Matt Baer looking underneath Rondoletto. Does he have the speed? Off turn 4, and here comes Schwartz looking to the bottom. It is 2 to go. Down through 1 and 2. It looks like Octavio has a nose ahead, but Matt Baer has quite a run on the bottom. And into turn 3, that is where Octavio has been dominant all night long. He is coming. He is going to be leading at the line. Schwartz now battling it out with Zach Edwards. Austin Edwards back to 5th. Rondoletto gets the white flag. Matt Baer still with him. Zach Edwards still side by side with Jonathan Schwartz. Oh, Zach Edwards gets into Matt Baer. They get into the wall. Schwartz sneaks by. Austin Edwards is going to come by. Knowing Matt Baer, he is not happy, but out of turn 4, Rondoletto makes his return and pulls off the win. Jonathan Schwartz finishes second. Austin Edwards, the comeback of the night, for third. Zach Edwards finishes fourth. Matt Baer comes in fifth. And Austin is congratulating, I think. I'm not going to say for sure, but he did give Octavio a little bit of a love tap. All right, as they continue to go around, Austin Edwards heads to pit road. Schwartz heads to pit road. Rondoletto begins his celebration. In just a moment, we'll talk to the top 3. Austin Edwards, after the win at Martinsville, comes home third tonight. But what about Jonathan Schwartz, who comes from 25th to finish second? And of course, Octavio Rondoletto has not been in a race yet this season, missed a few at the end of last season, comes back, lets them know he is back, and gets the win. And let's get a word with Austin. Hey, Austin, it's Doug. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, pretty good. That was a wild last 10 laps.
Oh, absolutely. You know, early on in this race, I didn't expect to be up there. I got a pretty massive black flag on the first pit stop, and it was an uphill climb from there, but just kept my ground, kept the gas in the car, and finally got a wave around the last 100 laps and kind of clawed my way back up. And think we had the race car to win tonight, but so did my teammates Alex and Blaine and Kendrick and all those guys. All had a really good race car. Fortunately, we just didn't have the luck to top it off. So overall, a good effort by us tonight. But man, that was a tough one.
It looked like it was tough, and it looked like you guys were beating and banging those last 5 laps just to get any advantage you could there at the end.
Oh, without a doubt. It was fun going on Octavio back and forth the last couple of laps. I got a little upset there in the last couple of laps. He did get into me in turn 1, but this track is so rough in the first corner that I expected it, and I should have been a little more aware of it. But overall, a really good race by all the guys up front. Rocky Amp puts on some good races, but I am ready to move on to Phoenix.
I bet. Now, any team or sponsors you'd like to thank here tonight, buddy?
All I just got to say thanks to the guys here at my team, Edwards High Performance. We put together a pretty good group of cars and had a really good effort starting the race. We had almost all of our cars in the top 20, and I don't know where everybody finished, but not a bad effort. So we're getting the people back in the points, trying to get myself and Alex up to the top of the boards here, and hopefully we can keep going here at Phoenix.
I have to say, I did mention it in last night's broadcast, but the day needs to come very soon that one of your street stocks looks like a cone.
We are working on it, Doug. Don't you worry.
All right, man. Congratulations. It was a great comeback, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Doug.
All right. Jonathan Schwartz manages to pull off a second-place finish here tonight after not being anywhere near the top 10 all night long. Jonathan Schwartz, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you.
We talked about it a lot last season. We don't talk about you the first half of the race. The second half of the race, you're always there. Tonight, you were really there the second half of the race.
Yeah, man, it's been such a long time since I've been in the broadcast booth, and I know I missed the first few races, and I really struggled with this whole week. I was trying to work in it, and I felt like I had good single car speed, but in the pack, I just had no corner exit, and I was just scrubbing off so much in the middle of the turn. So I really focused on just saving fuel the first half of the race, and I don't think I was in front of the top 30 the whole first 200 laps, other than during pit stops, but. Wow, I didn't know how the race was gonna go. We only had 2 or so cautions in the first 200 laps, and I felt like if we went green, I never had a chance to go to the front. But yeah, I remember those last 5 laps. I was just thinking, man, I don't care if I don't get the win. I just want to survive, because everyone was right on each other's bumpers, and there was a lot of pushing and shoving going on. I saw some guys get pushed up the track there and got lucky with a few more spots. But wow, man, it's these street stocks, especially at these tracks, are so challenging, and I did not expect anything like this.
When Matt Barrett and Zach Edwards get into the wall coming out of 2 down the back straightaway, and you had to have seen that they were both literally driving on the wall as you came under him. Were you worried at all that you were about to end your race in a fireball?
Oh yeah, I mean, once you get that wall, you normally bounce down the track, and I was like, I had to dive as low as I could to avoid anything from going bad there. But I mean, I respect all the guys that race too. I mean, I know that things can get a bit heated near the end of the race, but I feel like they still try to keep it as clean as they can. So if anything was going to happen, I mean, I expect them to be able to save the car as best as they can. So, I mean, it's just, it's so nice to talk to you. It's so nice to be up here, and man, I hope we can continue this throughout the season, but I got to enjoy this right now.
All right, man. Any team or sponsors you want to thank tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I definitely got to give a shout out to my team that I ran the 24 Hours of Daytona with, Hype Free. Got to give a shout out to Eddie and John Trainer and David Griffin and Pix, of course. They were great teammates there, and also Phoenix 7 Racing, as well as GTR Simulators, and First and 15 on the car, of course. So, yeah, I definitely couldn't be there without them.
All right, man. Congratulations. What a night and what a comeback, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much, and congrats to Octavio.
All right, let's talk to our winner. Octavio, this is Doug. You got me? Octavio, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. You haven't been in a race yet this season. You come from 41st place for the win tonight. Did you know that you were going to come to the win when I talked to you before the race?
It's awesome. I was so focused on the race. I know I had the pace, and I had to to be fast on the race and save fuel in the end. That was the key here.
Well, you definitely saved fuel. You had some of the longest runs out there of anybody in the field, and man, your moves, some of your moves, you were able to pass cars everywhere. You were going to making passes on the high side, on the bottom. It was almost like poetry in motion seeing you come through some of those packs of lapped cars.
I love Rockingham. I know how to overtake here. I have a lot of practice since the last year and in other series. Using those puddles, I could overtake really well. I'm really surprised how the Lapis cars were clean, and thank you for it.
Well, man, congratulations. It was great to see you back on track. Definitely great to get the victory tonight after having so many come up short last season. Any team sponsors you'd like to thank?
At first, I want to know thanks to their Colson for the car. Again, to Matthew, he said to me to race at first. We couldn't. And all my team who was racing sport, they were spotting me, and every time they are good people who support me.
All right, well, I'm just saying that Derek Colson said it's time for a cigar and some bourbon, so go celebrate, man. You definitely earned the win tonight. Congrats.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Eka.
All right, Octavio back in the car for one night this season. His first time back in, comes from 41st for the win. I know that team owner's got to be happy, and hopefully we see Octavio back a lot more this season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. We will have Outlaw Xfinity Series, followed by the Nowski Nation Truck Series. You don't want to miss either of those fights. Thank you guys so much. Hope you had a wonderful night. Thanks to Aaron Hillebush at XCAL, all the drivers at XCAL, all the wonderful sponsors. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. Howdy, partner. This here's Higgins, the XCAL super fan. This race promises to be a doozy, so I'm getting boozy. Howdy, partner. I'm so excited for next week's event that I'm shaking. Totally different shakes. Howdy, partner. You're watching XCAL Race.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.